read the title. I don't have to actually say anything else. This should explain everything. I'm going to basically tell you a few things that you probably already know and are already using, but the idea is that you do this consciously. So, holy virtues. These are the sort of things you may want people to do, but you have to either probably threaten them or bribe them into doing. That's no good. So what you really want, 15 seconds is a long time. You want these. These are things that you can actually get people to do with no bribery. In fact, you have to bribe and threaten them not to do this. This is 1,000 years of effort has gone into this list, so you should make use of it. Lust. All right, we're going to start off with the ones that you may not actually want to use on your website unless you have a very specific sort of website. We all know what the internet is for, right? The internet is for porn. Yes. So we have porn, we have, you take a step back, maybe you have dating sites, but there's a huge amount of community built around both of these things. Lots of money being made too. So that's a pretty obvious one, and again, maybe not something that you want on every site. Wrath, again, a little dangerous. Lots of angry people, you probably don't want them on your community website. If they're on your site, you will call them trolls. In fact, you do not want these people on your site unless you're a very specific sort of site. And you really want them to have their own blog where they can go exercise their right to free speech on their own turf. Envy, another one that's a little bit fraught. Envy doesn't really make people happy. You really want to look at it this way. If enough people envy you, you're probably a celebrity, right? So if you're a celebrity, the internet is a great place for pictures of you in your sweatpants, maybe after you go crazy and shave your head, you know, pictures of you looking anorexic with your little dog. I don't really get this, but people love it. They talk about nothing other than celebrities online, you may have noticed. Okay, people are lazy. Now we're getting into neutral territory. People want things to be brought to them. The advantage of the internet is that you can interact with society while you are completely naked at home. This is good, right? Maybe not so good, but you want to give people what they want. Maybe they want data. You aggregate data. You bring it to them. You make it as easy as you can for them, because really they just want to sort of sit back and have things handed to them. Which brings us to gluttony. If you take a step back from gluttony again, this can be quite positive. Food is something that people really are passionate about. You have an awful lot of online communities built around food, built around family and discussions and recipe sharing and ethnicity. Lots of really good things. You can get some good conversations going. My site Instructables, we actually have a nice food community as well. Greed. Not everyone on the internet is a Nigerian scammer. Some of them are just capitalists. So you also have some decent, if you take a step back again, you have some decent gambling and investing and some good discussions and tips and tricks and theories. But the goal here is that people want things. They want money. They want to be able to turn that money into something tangible, something that they can use. One of the other ways that you can feed this desire for greed, we throw contests, we give them prizes, a reward. It doesn't have to be financial, but that's a pretty good way to reward people for being good community members. So then if you look at a contest, you can say, well, there's a prize, but there's also recognition. People want recognition for their activities. If you have a community site, you want to reward them for doing things that are good. The internet is a great place. It's got a wide audience, and you can actually focus the attention. Whether that means, how do I look, or how is my project, you can still put it out there, and and people are putting this out in order to get some constructive feedback, or at least just some standard feedback. But again, this is what people want. There are thousands of years of research saying that this is what people will do when left to their own devices. So this is dead easy. You're probably already doing it. So what you really need to do is make sure that you have one of these 7 things, or cats, which for some reason seems to be the other thing that the internet is terribly into. We've come full circle at this point. But if you're able to take these 7 deadly sins add some sort of actually useful application on top, and you're set.
Thanks, Christy.